linked up Margaret to Susan Kaittany, the CEO and founder of Posh Palace, in order for her to get much more insights as to how to better manage and grow her salon business. So Maggie, I'm going to leave you to have a session with Susan. I'm going to have myself a massage. So I hope you guys are going to get the best out of it, right?
Thanks a lot.
Enjoy your massage. I'll take it over from here.
So how was it setting up such a place, getting the capital? How did you manage?
I can tell you for free that I had wanted to start my business younger, but I had to be patient and wait it out. I'm now 35 this year, so by 28 I was already like, I really need to do my thing, you know, but I could not because I didn't have enough capital. Yeah, so I feel like if you feel like the time is right now and you feel like you've built enough capital, it could take you 5 years to save, it does not matter, take your time.
Your employees,
yes.
How did you manage to source your employees? Did you advertise?
I feel like in the salon industry, that's the hardest part because you might have the most prettiest business. I mean, you can set up, sink in so much money, but getting the right stuff is the hardest thing. Identifying talent, and you know, I'm sure even...
I know.
Yes, you know how it works.
I know how it works.
Yes.
So how is it?
Wow.
What if they breach the contract? What happens?
I think the most important thing in this industry is to have a tough contract. A contract that is clear. You have to give guidelines for that contract. You have, in the contract, you have to have your privacy clause. You have to have the clause that protect you. You know, for example, if you're taking in this person for 2 years, you know, within those 2 years, for example, they're not allowed to work in an area around you. Maybe it could be 500 meters, could be 2 kilometers, you know, just to protect yourself, because if you don't protect yourself, you'll be in trouble.
And when you say you protect yourself, how do you protect your clients? Because I guess you don't work here,
yes.
You don't do the services,
no,
somebody else does the services.
Yes.
So how do you protect your clients? Or
okay, so I would also say that you have to put in money.
Because I can imagine for like my case, I've already built a clientele.
Yes, yes.
I have a massive clientele.
Yes. So first of all, I cannot hire anybody who has not built a massive clientele. I'll hire people who've been in the industry for a long time, people who care about their clients. It's a win-win. You know how commission works. It's 50-50 or 40-50 or 30-80. Yeah. So whatever you decide, it's a win-win. The stylist wins and I win. So it's I would say it's our business together, you know, so it's in your business to protect your client, you know. But what we also do, we put in management. Policies are very important. So if you don't have a management and you don't have structures, then you'll be in trouble. And I must tell you this even as you start. You have to have a manager, and a tough manager, because if you don't have a good manager and a manager who won't steal from you.
A business thrives on its financial health. Therefore, it's pivotal for every business to have an accountant to manage and record its financials.
So what that does is it removes the work. It really, you know, it makes the business professional. Yeah, because I think salon businesses are run as if it's, like I said earlier, jua kali. The money comes in at the end of the day, it comes to the till, you go home with the money. You go, in fact, you PTA the supermarket and you do some shopping. It should not be like that. Money should be handled by the accountant. Yeah, money should be banked. You should be able to get your statement. You should be able to take your statements to your bank and they should be able to look at your cash flows, you know. So no money from the till should be touched, you know. There should be budgets. There should be an accountant who's telling you what's happening on a day-to-day. And if you start well, if you put in proper standards and if you put in proper systems in the beginning, your business will not fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many employees do you have at the moment?
At the moment we're now at 40-something and we are about to open our second branch. Yeah. So we feel like we could not expand any further here. We've taken up more space upstairs so that we can have more workers accommodated upstairs. For the salon business, what we've learned is your business is equivalent to the number of employees you have. I see a lot of salons struggling with that, where it's about the beautician, it's about the stylist, and really it should not be about them. It's about the brand. It's about Posh Palace. So that if all my stylists, if 10 people decide to leave me right now, 10 people will be here tomorrow.
Because of the brand.
Because of the brand. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So I will not suffer the same way other people would suffer, because I worked hard to build a brand.
So Susan, how do you juggle between your family and job?
Okay, so I can tell you for free, for sure, that in the beginning, in the first year of your business, you have to be there because you have to be visible. Employees need to see you there. If you're not in your business, I've seen people opening their businesses and then flying out to enjoy life, like living it up, and yet you've left your business struggling. People need to identify with you. The first year is very crucial. So that first year, you might have to sacrifice a bit, be there early in the morning, leave. You don't have to leave so late, but at least you can leave by 5, you know. But people need to see you there because they see the owner and they see stability, and the same to your staff.
Like how, you know, like for me right now, I do everything.
Yes.
I do all the services.
Yes.
So I'm in contact with my clients as in one-on-one.
Yes.
So my fear is when I start my own, you know, my own business, maybe when I start delegating and, you know, somebody else does this and this.
No, that's it.
So my fear is maybe they'll feel they don't have that connection.
You have to be able to look at your business as from a distance, from a 360, the way you can think. You get? So when you have systems, when you have a manager, when you have an accountant, you will not, when you have got systems and structures that work, yes, you can focus on the clients. In fact, you're not even there to make their hair. You're only there to just check that everything is flowing. The knowledge that you have about hair is there. You're there to train your staff. You're not there to work on the clients. It would be nice if you could. It would be once in a while you can do it, but really you're there to make sure the business is running efficiently. So your role will also change. Your role now becomes, you're the overall owner of the business. That means you're going to be checking on their accounts, looking at the books. Of course, you can touch on the hair, kidogo. You can touch on your most important clients. Perhaps you could check on clients in general, to just all the clients, whether they're yours or not. Because now the business is not about your clients anymore, it's about everybody's clients.
As I told you, I mean, partnership, kind of partnership, but we didn't have anything written.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like I made a mistake, so I really want to come out.
Yes.
And for your case, you were in partnership earlier, so maybe you can just tell me how it was, what you learned, your advice.
I would say with partnerships, oh my gosh, first and most important thing, get it written down. If it's not written down in paper, kila mtu ataruka your story. Business and friendship, those are two separate things. So if you feel like you've made a mistake, let me tell you something, don't be afraid to walk away. It would be nice to have a board eventually of maybe people from on the outside, seasoned business people, that you can call and just tell them, you know, I'd like to meet you guys once every quarter, once every 3 months, so we can bounce ideas and I can tell you, you know, what I've done so far and what my books look like. And these people will give you input, and they're independent people who don't have shares in your business. They don't have any interests. They're just people who are there to advise you. Yeah. And I feel like that's more invaluable than even a partner who has interests. Yeah. I would not mind being here for you also, you know. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I can tell you, as entrepreneurs, we never have. There's not enough guidance. There's not enough people to share their experiences, and it's a very lonely journey. It's very lonely. And the truth is, there's very few people who actually care about you. It's survival for the fittest. So yeah, I'm going to be here for you. Call me anytime you need any advice. If you want me to come check out the place, if you're having the lounge, I'll be here to hold your hand.
Okay, after meeting Susan Kaittany, the CEO of Posh Palace, I have to build my brand. I really have to concentrate on who my brand is, who is Maggie, who is my brand. Another thing, it's about partnership. You don't go into partnership with a friend. When it comes to business, it's business. It's not about friendship. So I'm planning to start my own business next year, God willing. When I set it up, I'll invite you guys to come and have a look at it. And with the help of Susan, I know I'll make it.
Thank you so much for having watched The Business Coach. Hope you've learned a thing or two from the conversation between Susan and Maggie about the beauty industry. If so, please give us your feedback through our social media handles that are running below your screen, at KTN Kenya, at Ian Dennis Network. Until next week, see you on The Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their business.